Shalom, everyone. Good morning. Boker Tov. Hope you guys having a great morning starting out. I had a few minutes before I had to get started for work. And so I just kind of wanted to say a little something before I get started off to work. It's not going to be very long. But me and my brother, my blood brother, we both in this truth. And we've been talking about how basically relationships should go between the sons and daughters of Israel. We were talking about that. And so I think, I even told him, I said, maybe we should do like a live, broadcast or something, a live little thing together so we can kind of show basically how we need to be interacting with each other. Because some sort of way, that evil eye that was spoken of in Deuteronomy 28, where it says the brother shall have an evil eye against his sister or his woman, and his woman shall have an evil eye against her husband. That's in Deuteronomy 28. I believe that spirit is very, very intense amongst the house of Israel. It's like the brothers and the sisters still have these evil eyes toward each other. They look at each other with the side eye. They don't trust each other. They think that, it should be a power struggle between the two all the time. And so me and my brother was talking about that because, at the end of the day, I can point all kind of fingers that I want to point at what a man is not, what a brother or a man ain't supposed to be doing. And then he could turn around and point all kind of fingers what a woman is not supposed to be doing and what she's doing wrong. But at the end of the day, the most high is just looking at us like two squabbling niggas, pretty much, that need to get it together, that need to learn how to dwell and live and be at peace and harmony. Okay? I don't quite understand like where this mentality is coming from, where a man seems to think that because he takes care of a woman, she's supposed to do exactly everything that he tells her to do. Now, if your man is a righteous man, then you need to do exactly what he tells you to do. If he's living according to Torah and he's humble and he has a good spirit and he speaks to you in a respectable manner and he's doing what the Most High has called him to do. If you're married to an Abraham, I dare you disrespect that man. I dare you, because you have no right as a woman to disrespect that man when you know that he is living out this Torah and he's living a good, respectable life before the Most High. Now, let's flip this. If you married to a fool, that's a whole nother something. Because if the blind lead the blind, both of y'all are going to fall in the ditch. And I don't know where this mentality is coming from. I think it comes from slavery, where we think that no matter what, if the man is wrong, if he's breaking Torah, if he's living unholy, if he's abusive, if he's crazy, that we just supposed to obey him anyway. That's crazy. Because I want you guys to think about something. There's a story in the Bible about Ananias and Sapphira. Ananias agreed to bring part of what he sold of his proceeds to the temple, to bring it to Paul and to bring it so it could be distributed amongst the poor. He said, I'm going to bring this, whatever I sell, part of my land, I'm going to bring it to the temples, and I'm going to bring it and sacrifice it unto the Most High, give it to the people that they could be distributed evenly amongst the poor. This is what this man said he was going to do. He made a vow before the Most High. He stood in front of all the men of Israel in the temples and said, this is what I'm going to do. So Paul said, so shall it be. He goes out, he sells his land, he makes a good little pop of money for this land, right? He makes some money. So then all of a sudden, some evil thought comes across him and he says, listen, Sapphira, he talking to his wife. I decided that I'm not going to give all this money. I'm just going to give a little bit of it. I'm not going to give it to the temple. I'm going to keep some of this money. Okay. First of all, he done broke Torah, because you made a vow and you also offered to offer up something to give to the poor. That's a part of the Torah. You don't make a vow and then break it. So his wife, instead of her saying, hey, no, we shouldn't do this. This is not right before the Most High. You made a vow. We're doing a dangerous thing here. I'm not gonna consent to this. If you do this, I'm not going to have any parts of it. You wrong. I'm not doing it. And if I got to go tell Paul and them what you're about to do so nothing will fall upon me, that's what I'm going to do. But instead, she followed him. She consented to it. She said, okay, I'll do it. I'll agree to it. I'll agree to it. Cause you know that's my husband. If my husband tell me to do something, I'm just gonna do what he tell me to do. No matter whether he wrong or right, I'm just gonna do it. So she consented to it. And so what happened is when Ananias went before Paul and he set the money up before Paul and said, well, I only sold so much, this is all I got, man. I didn't make that much money off of this. And then Paul looked at him and said, why have you came in here and lied to the Ruach HaKodesh? Why have you lied? He said, and because of this, he's basically said, at this hour, he said, there are going to be two men waiting to take you out. A man fell down dead in front of Paul and everybody. He fell down dead. Boom, hit the ground. Now, the two men can't come and take him out and bury him. Then here comes his wife. She comes in, Sapphira. Yeah, we only sold so much of the land. We only made a little bit. Yay, we didn't make that much. So yeah, this is all we got. And then Paul looks at her and said, Sapphira, the same men that have taken your husband out to bury him because he fell dead in here, he said, they're waiting to take you out too. And boom, she fell dead too. So what is that telling you? What is that telling you? That ought to be a good indicator that if you married to a fool, you better not listen to him. Because the Most High has given this Torah, he's poured his spirit out upon his sons and his daughters. That way, nobody can say, oh, well, I was misled because my husband said this, or I was misled because my wife said that. Ain't nobody got no excuses now. We both got the Torah. We both know what's right and what's wrong. And if you're married to a foolish woman or a foolish man that's not keeping this Torah, you don't have to listen to them. Because what's going to happen if the blind lead the blind, both of y'all are going to fall in the ditch. So you may not like what I'm saying. There may be some brothers on here that said, oh, sister, you wrong. You supposed to be telling our wife to obey us. If you are going to be drinking the cyanide Kool-Aid, then nigga, I ain't drinking it with you. I ain't drinking that Kool-Aid with you. Because if you're breaking Torah, if you're breaking and you're going against what the word of the Most High God is saying, I don't have to listen to you. Now, I will allow you to do what you feel you need to do, but I'm going to keep following the Most High. Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to fall dead and go into the pits of hell because you refuse to do what was right according to the Most High. So, me and my brother were actually talking about this, and we said that what we're going to do when we get a chance, we're going to actually come on, do a live broadcast, and allow you all to see how brothers and sisters are supposed to correspond with each other. Me and my brother were very close, but my brother understands that even as a male figure over me, he's younger than me, but he's still a male figure over me. He's a good covering to any woman, I tell you that. He understands that he has to treat me like Yahushua treat and love the church. If you're married to somebody that doesn't have that type of spirit in you, then I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't see nowhere in Torah where the Most High told us to be obedient to wickedness. So, and vice versa. I treat my brother like he's a father figure. I humble myself when I speak to him. We speak in a humble way to each other. It puts us in harmony. Now, this is how brothers and sisters who are of the house of Israel should be talking to each other. And when you get married, it just spills right on over into that marriage relationship. That's it. It just spills right on over into that. Because a brother does not have any right talking to me and calling me bees and calling me out of my name. And I don't have no right talking to him and calling him out of his name. Even though we are of the house of Israel, the Most High said we need to remove this evil eye that we have towards each other away from us. We need to remove it because the Most High is going to judge us for it. All of this bickering and all of this debating and this about a woman that and a man that, all that's going to go into the pits of hell, and we're going to go right along with it if we don't stop this. Okay? So, I've been seeing a lot of people posting things about relationship, how the man ain't this and how the woman ain't that. Hey, at the end of the day, double check your spirit. Make sure that you don't have an evil eye towards your brother. Make sure you don't have an evil eye towards your sister when you're posting and making these type of fly comments about how a woman ain't this or a man ain't that. Make sure your heart is right because the Most High sees that. And if you got an evil eye towards your brother or sister, it doesn't matter what they do. Whatever, it could be the most right and righteous things in the world, and you're still going to find a problem with it because it's something inside of your heart, something inside of your spirit is making you have an evil eye towards your sister or your brother. Okay? So with that being said, hopefully this week me and my brother will be able to correspond more of this, and I'll be able to give you guys even more scriptures where married couples did not, where one may have said, hey, I'm not going to do what you said do, because that ain't the only one. The story of Ananias and Sapphira, that ain't the only one. That was the dumb woman that went along with the dumb plan, following a dumb man that came against Torah and broke it. That was the result of what she did, and she ended up dying in behind it. I'm not dying in behind nobody and their foolishness, okay? I don't care who it is. I fought too hard in this fight to try to keep what's right and keep the Torah than to go along with a fool that ain't listening and lose my whole soul. I'm sorry. You're not my God. I don't love you that much. I can't worship you that much. Just can't do it. And some of these people that have low self-esteem, men and women, they want you to worship them like they're God themselves. You're not a God. You're not a God. It's only one true and living Elohim. That's the one that if you're not following his word, I ain't going to be following you. I don't care who you are. Okay? So, when we get a chance, we're going to go across this and we're going to bring out some more scriptures. We're going to show you where sometimes that the women actually did not do what their husband said do, and it actually saved them in the end. Then we're going to show you where there was some women that did what their husband told them to do, who was righteous, and it also saved them. See? You got a righteous man. Don't disobey that man if he righteous. But let the Most High establish that he got to be right. You know, and some women and some men are literally mistreating their spouses, and the Most High has an anointing on them. The Most High said, touch not my anointed ones. And some of you are mistreating your spouses because you cannot realize that this person is truly from the light, truly from the Most High himself. You don't see the anointing on you, can't, because you're so wicked. You got an evil eye that you can't see that your husband is called by the Most High. You got an evil eye that you can't see that your wife is called by the Most High. And so when you continue to walk in that manner and mistreat them, then the Most High Spirit comes against you. And a lot of stuff ain't going right for a lot of you, and you're finding yourself in bad situations because of how you're treating your spouses. Okay? So, you guys have a blessed day. That's all I got to say. Share this video, and I'll get back to you, Most High willing, where we can actually go into detail with this thing, so we can stop listening to all this stuff that's going on and being said amongst the house of Israel that ain't quite right in Torah. So be blessed. Shalom. Have a great day.